From the live conversation to our nasty comment and our gorgeous guest, you know what show you're watching. Hi guys, welcome to another interesting episode of Trending. My name is Toke Makinwa, I am your host, and Trending is brought to you by Airtel. On this very show, we give you everything and everyone trending on social media and the world at large. My guest today is a very successful comedian and a master at his craft. He was shot into the spotlight with his hilarious skits, which often featured comedian AY. You get to meet who I'm talking about after this break. We'll be right back.
Burst with excitement on the Airtel Android bundle. To activate, dial *437# for 2 GB at 2,000 Naira or *438# for 4.5 GB at 3,500 Naira. Come alive with the Airtel Android bundle.
Welcome back. This is Trending on HipTv. Now, today you and I will get to chat with someone who is known as Akinlami Babatunde Julius. Do you guys know who he is? I bet not. Well, he's popularly known as ELENU, and it's so nice to have you on the show.
Thank you very much.
Okay. I've always had the ELENU name.
See you after a lot of film tricks.
Film tricks?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means when you've seen someone so much on TV and you finally get to meet them in person. That's film trick.
So how are you?
I'm fine.
I've always had, you know, I've watched skits with you, and I just never imagined that a day will come when I'll get to interview you.
I've never imagined that a day will come that I'll sit here with you. So is
that good or bad?
Excellent.
Okay. Oh,
that's better than bad.
Thank you. So we have this segment of the show which is called Sample Your Swag, and I see that you have a Louis Vuitton sneakers on. So basically you talk about what you're wearing. I'm
wearing a shirt, a trouser, and a shoe. What do you want from me?
Is this going to be one of those things? He's like,
Okay, you want me to start calling names of?
Well, kind of.
Okay, I'm wearing a shirt by Kafiano Butako. I don't know who that is.
Did you just make up that word? Sounds like you just made up the word.
Yeah, that's what we do, you know. The trouser is by... give me one name.
Milano Kodama.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
The shirt and the trouser was made by my tailor, my designer, and the sneakers, you said, is
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you like blue, don't you?
Yeah, blue is my best color, my favorite color. Yeah.
If you were wearing red, you'd have said the same thing, right?
I don't like red.
Why?
Considering the fact that I was born into a Celestian family.
This is going to be one of those interesting interviews. I feel it already. We are going to go on a quick break. When we come back, ELENU is in the building, and he is going to talk to us all about his celestial background.
No, we don't have to go into that.
We have to go into everything. Yeah. That's
what we do. I think my mom is no longer happy.
Is she still in the church?
Come on, she's Mother Celestia. That's the highest rank in Celestia.
Oh wow! I can't wait. We'll be right back.
They say you're only young once.
There's no debating, there's no limitation.
Sample your swag.
We going higher, started rapping night time. Still
do your wish.
Come alive, we dead up. Say we dead up now, yeah. Come alive, we dead up. Say we dead up now, oh. Come alive, we dead up now.
When you're young at heart, you're young forever.
Come alive with Airtel.
Welcome back to Trending on HipTv. Now, you can join this conversation anytime you want. All you have to do is to go on Twitter. We are at www.twitter.com/HipTv. ELENU is in the building. And yes, so let's talk about this celestial.
/ELENU, yes.
/ELENU. Every time I interview comedians, I honestly, I have to put my head... When Ali Baba was here, I said to him, before we start this interview, I have to switch on my wit because I'm not as witty as you guys are. Because you say something and then 5 minutes after... I just realized that, oh my God, that's what he meant.
That means you love takeaway food. You don't like eating at the restaurant.
I like eating at the restaurant.
That's why it takes 5 minutes for you to get it.
Oh, Lord. No, I didn't even get that. Was there a joke in there?
You see?
You see?
Yeah,
I suffer from delayed reaction. I just don't get things.
You get used to it, don't worry.
Okay. Are you supposed to be say, is that supposed to be, yeah, sorry, I understand what you're going through? You're still deciding. Okay. He's still deciding if he's apologetic or not. All right, so let's talk about this celestial background.
Why do I have to go to that?
Because I have a question to ask. Do you want to know what my question is?
No.
Let's just move on, because it seems like he doesn't want to answer it. So tell us, why comedy?
I wouldn't say comedy is something I started from way back when I was in secondary school. I never knew that it was something that could pay bills for me. You know, I was just doing it. We started with the yabbing thing. When you come, you start yabbing people, people start laughing.
And you look like someone that can yab someone.
I used to, not now. I've changed.
Are you sure?
I have.
Okay.
I'm not sure too, but I have.
Okay. So comedy chose you?
One of my mentors, basketball, would say comedy chooses you. You don't choose comedy. In the sense, I didn't understand when he told me that until I started growing in it. Now I realize when you're doing comedy, people start telling you this. They start comparing you to people who are there already, people who are made. And you are better than this person, you are better than this person. Why not give it a try? Go to a bigger stage, you know. Let people see what you have to offer. That's where I knew what it meant by comedy chooses you. You don't choose comedy because there's no school for it. You can't go to school to learn how to be funny on stage.
Some people
you can be funny when we are discussing, but when we are on stage, it's a different ball game.
Yeah.
You need to be able to come up with stories that people can relate with, but they don't see the humor part of it always. You know, then when you relate it to them, and they say, oh, wow, it's true.
So how do you prepare for a show? When you have a show, do you study? Are there jokes you practice?
Yes, you know, every day of my life, as I'm sitting here right now, I'm studying you.
Ah, Lord.
So when you invite me for your birthday, I might know one or two things to say.
Which is that I suffer from delayed reaction, which is the only thing that I've told you, which is the only thing you can use against me, which is the only thing that you've got.
Have I told you that you are so beautiful, you look like a witch?
Then when you call me a witch, then it's no longer beauty. There is no longer beauty when you say the witch.
No. When I say Oyibo, from Warri where we are, the way we relate to things is different from the way every other people relate to things.
Okay.
So when you say Oyibo witch, it means you better get out to fine. Let's move on.
Thank you very much. Okay, so still talking about comedy, because I'm really intrigued by you guys. It's so funny how you make a living from making people laugh. Did you ever imagine everything that's happening to you right now?
No.
What did you think you were going to be? If not comedy, what would you have ended up doing?
I had a very good result in computer science.
Congratulations on the newborn.
Yeah,
there's a happy face in your home right now.
Thank you very much.
How has fatherhood changed you?
I don't sleep well anymore.
Really?
I wake up like 4 times every night to change diapers.
Oh, he's such a sweet guy. You're one of those guys who change diapers.
I do. Sometimes
Your
I have
wife
to
is very
cook in
lucky.
the house.
You cook?
Yeah, I do.
Do you
cooking
clean?
Cooking is another thing I do better than comedy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. You see, there's so many sides of you that people don't know. Wow. We often see you do a lot of work with the AY, the comedian. Any chance that you might branch out and do your own thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like politics is in the pipeline. We're working on it, and I'm trying to diversify into something else. More. Maybe later in year or next year, I'm going to look into talking about it, but not now. It's not comedy, it's something else.
Computer science based?
Not computer science based. Okay, it's based on our everyday lives, you know, what people are going through nowadays. I'm trying to relate my background to where I am right now and see how I can help
other people.
So
tell me about your background.
People like us who won't say, I cannot say I grew up. I came up.
What's the difference, ELENU?
They are different.
Which is?
I didn't. My first ice cream, I had it when I was 21.
First ice cream? Are you kidding?
Serious.
What about your first meat pie?
I can't even remember.
Why? Why did you have your first ice cream when? Stop it.
I wouldn't say we were poor, but you know.
You had to struggle a little bit.
We didn't struggle. Struggle knows us by name.
No, but then they have ice cream. What about the van that used to drive past people's streets? You never had any of those?
Now, you need to stay in a very good environment for those guys to drive past.
So where did you live?
Man, I live in Ajegunle.
Come on, you go to Ajegunle.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Exactly.
But you know, you need to have excess for you to lick ice cream.
So you never had all the super yoga, all those things. You never
super yoga. I started licking super yoga when I finished secondary school. What are you saying?
Oh, okay, well at least that's ice cream.
Okay.
Can't take this anymore. We are going to go on another break. When we come back, ELENU is in the building, and there are also allegations in the industry as regards copyright infringement and stealing of jokes. When we come back, that will be the first question you get to answer.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Burst with excitement on the Airtel Android bundle. To activate, dial star 437 hash for 2 gigabytes at 2,000 naira, or star 438 hash for 4.5 gigabytes at 3,500 naira. Come alive with the Airtel Android bundle.
Welcome back to Trending on HipTv. Now, before we go any further, let's check out what's trending in the world today.
Today on What's Trending, legendary Hollywood actor and comedian Robin Williams has died at age 63. He was found dead on Monday, August 11th in his home in California. Police suspect he might have committed suicide. His publicist said he had been battling severe depression for a while, and he has also been in and out of rehab. Also on What's Trending, as the fear of the spread of Ebola sweeps across Nigeria, Catholic churches in Lagos have suspended the sign of peace, where the congregation shake hands during Mass, while some Anglican churches have suspended handshakes during communion. The Archbishop of Lagos, Adewale Martins, released a statement saying that while the handshakes have been suspended, Catholic priests should continue the traditional hand-to-mouth method of giving Holy Communion for now, but asked the priests to make sure their hands don't touch the tongues of the recipient. He also said holy water bowls usually placed at the entrance of churches should be discontinued to contain the spread of the virus. In the same vein, the primate of the Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion, the Most Reverend Nicholas Oko, suspended shaking of hands during the exchange of peace. He has also suspended the age-long mouth method of administering communion. He said this is aimed at preventing the spread of the disease through physical contact. Also on What's Trending, incumbent governor of Osun State, Rauf Aregbesola of the APC, has won the contested governorship election in the state.
Okay, so what can be done as regards to, copyright infringement, and how can people protect themselves?
Looking at that, really, a lot of people, myself, I'm a victim of it. I wouldn't say I'm perfect at this. We all started from somewhere. The ability for you to take something that's already existing and, improve on it makes you a better person. But when you keep living on other people's legacy, then you don't want to grow. You need to take what is already existing and, try to work on it and become a better person for yourself. We all did this when we were growing up. When we started comedy initially,
Bill
but,
Cosby or something.
Bill what?
Wasn't Bill? Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
take...
Bill Cosby for people who had money. We would be who?
Okay, so who are you using?
Papi Loué.
I know Papi Loué.
Do you know Ben Adeboye? The late Ben Adeboye?
No.
You wouldn't say so, you see. Yeah, be who? Co from where?
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry, but...
okay. Also, I think maybe people should look at going into copywriting their jokes, having some form of legal advisors tell them what to do and how to save, just like you safeguard your products, services, and the rest of them. But really, I don't have a problem with it. I see it as a form of success for someone to be able to use something something I've done before.
Yeah, but as you said, if it's now something they rely on continually, then
then it's not good.
Okay.
Then it's not good. You don't want to grow.
How do you learn jokes? That's a stupid question, I know, but then...
How do you learn jokes? I don't know the answer.
Like, when you're going to use somebody else's joke, you obviously have to study the person.
Yeah, then that is a talent on its own.
To learn the jokes?
That's a talent for you to know how to cram. Or should I call it live band?
I'm a good crammer.
Yeah, then you can own a live band.
But I don't think I'm funny.
You don't, yeah, well,
Yeah.
Some people will take your jokes and, you know, they don't deliver it well. It becomes very annoying when people do that. But when someone takes your joke, you know, some people will crack your joke where you are seated and you'll be like, wow, that joke funny. Then
somebody will actually studied it and learned it.
Yeah, somebody will not tell you, what are you joking with that? Not true. You know, now that's a good person. But when you take my joke and you start cracking and I'm like, where's the punchline?
Oh, that's so bad. Have you ever cracked a joke and people did not laugh?
My dear, 2007 is a date I don't want to remember.
So you walked on stage and you cracked a joke.
Yeah, I was inexperienced then, you know. I just came into the big picture. After 2006, I won the AY's Open Mic competition. So AY took us to Delta State, the university he graduated from. He had this show he does then called Miss Delso, I think. So we all went there. I wasn't experienced. I saw a comedian did this in Lagos. He was a big name already. You know, they introduced him. People didn't really applaud him. So he came and like, I mean, they called me, you guys didn't really applaud. I'm going to go back, reintroduce myself. He reintroduced himself. People were screaming.
Oh, don't say this.
So, you know, inexperienced me. I didn't study the people. Forgetting that this is Delta State, where I'm from. People don't really take this lightly like that. I'm just coming. I started in 2006. And January 2007, I'm already going to perform. I want to go and reintroduce myself. And they were like, is this serious? I went back, I introduced myself, and they were like, okay.
No one laughed.
You know, like 2 people applauded when I came in initially. But when I now went back, nobody. It's not like you are owing us applaud now. The one we gave you before, bring it back.
Wait, how did you feel going forward?
Were
you okay to crack the joke, or did you feel a bit funny?
I feel a bit funny. Funny was out of it, you know. I had to kneel down to even beg them. It was when I was leaving the stage and I clapped. Thank you for coming.
Oh, but look at you now.
I had to go back to my drawing board and, you know, learn to study your crowd.
What advice would you give to upcoming comedians who want to do what you do for a living?
It's simple. You know, be yourself. You know, don't try to be like somebody else. You try to be like somebody else. You be like their shadow. Nobody can be like me. The only person that can be like me is me. When you try to be or live up to the standard that I'm living, then you are trying to be like me. You will not get to the prime of your own self.
I know you said you don't want to reveal your future projects and things that you're planning on working on, but just give us a tip of the iceberg. Okay,
when I said I don't want to do something that has to do with comedy. Let me just give a bit about it. I call it's called the 10 Naira project. Yeah, 10 Naira where it cannot buy you something that will make you comfortable. You cannot satisfy yourself with 10 Naira. You know, I've not had cases in my family like people had ailments, but when I said I wanted to relate it to where I'm coming from, you know, where I grew up from, I've seen people in that state where they are sick, they just have headache and they can't afford to buy this, you know, very cheap aspirin that is like 10, 20, 50 Naira. You know, so I'm trying to see how we can come up with things like that. People donating to that project, and we see. I'm even working with some hospitals already to see how we can start running tests on it, because we're not going to give you money. All we do is you come to us, we take you to a hospital here in Nigeria, they run tests on you and see what we can do to help.
Oh, that's really nice and very thoughtful of you. I wanted to ask you this. Does it get to a point in your career where you stop having stage fright, or every time you have to get on the stage, do you have that stage fright?
It's just like they say, the only thing that's constant is growth. You know, where when you start doing something, you're scared of failing in it. But when you keep doing it, you become a master at it. So you get better at it. But when you keep doing it always and you're failing, then it's not what you should be doing.
Okay, so how's married life?
Beautiful.
Okay. Did your wife meet you already established as a comedian, or? She
met me as a comedian. Established is what I don't know.
Okay. Were you still living in the projects?
I was living, Cha.
Oh gosh, he's one of those. I love him, I absolutely do.
I was living.
Oh gosh. Let's go on another quick break and watch our YouTube video of the day. We'll be right back.
So the main reason why they dress like this now, because me and musicians we get beef. I tell them anything when they wear, I go wear. In I go sing, all I want is your waist, your waist, your waist. He go one waist, he go couple cloth. You go see 6 pack people with a sharp. I'm ready to do. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 132 133 134 135 136 137 138 139 140 141 142 143 144 145 146 147 148 149 150 151 152 153 154 155 156 157 158 159 160 If na 6 pack, I go make him music the sweet. Today's a 6 pack to make my own joke sweet. Blast rapper. Wait. Why this and a men they shout pass? If you be homosexual, yeah, you think I'm one of you, you lie, yo. I'll not be your colleague. In case this show head, because say, oh baby, you are looking sexy, I go bite your ear. I dey tell you. I not joke. Because now they dance, one brother they lick lip. I cover my bonbon with the blood of Jesus. No weapon formed against my bonbon. In fact, bonbon in English. No weapon formed against my yes shall prosper.
They say you're only young once.
There's no debating, we are elevating. There's no limitation.
Sample your swag.
We going higher, started rapping night time. Still
Do your wish.
Come alive, we dead up. Say we dead up now, yeah. Come alive, we dead up. Say we dead up now, oh. Come alive, we dead up now.
When you're young at heart, you're young forever.
Come alive with Airtel.
Welcome back to Trending. ELENU is very much in the building. Let's see how much love he gets online. It's time for nasty comments. You heard about this segment, right?
Yeah, I was hoping
That
would
wasn't
have
going to
left
come.
before.
No, I can't let you go. This is a huge part of the show.
Okay. Thank you.
No, you
I've
can't
seen
just. No, you have to read it out. I knew he was going to do that. I knew that's what he was doing. He's like, thank you, I've seen it.
I've seen it. What do you want me to do?
You have to read it out. People have
who?
to hear you.
Okay, this, well. I need to discourage my wife from watching this particular
Episode. You didn't get that. It's not that bad.
I know. This person, unnamed. Okay, that's the person's name. Unnamed said, that's the father's name. Unnamed said, congrats, but please, don't look like your wow father. Dash father. Okay, don't look like your ugly father. What?
You said ugly.
Like you've not seen it before?
I didn't read it.
You didn't read it?
I wasn't the one that compiled
Who brought this out?
It was not me. My hands are up. It was not me. I am not the one.
Person say congrats, but don't look like your ugly father. Am I that ugly?
No, you're not. You're very cute, actually.
Oh, I'm melting. Speechless.
Speechless.
Like,
I love it.
what?
No,
It's
you
a
have
Z.
to- Yeah, like 1, 2. No, you 1, 2.
You're not good at it. You need to draw away. Oh, like.
He's better than I am. It's like,
Okay, Anonymous said, man, see fine girl. No, not boy. But the guy don't try to see your face like Mr. Ibu. What? Mr. Ibu is cute. I like Mr. Ibu.
I like Mr. Ibu.
I love
It's
him.
funny.
Wishing you the best in your marriage. Thank you very much. I'm happy. So I say, Jesus, this guy. Moving on to the next one. Do I have to read that?
I didn't see it. What did you say?
Anonymous again said, this guy face no try at all.
You guys have no chill button, no. Are you alright?
Can we?
Can I get you a glass of water?
No, let's just. What's the next segment?
That's all.
Thank you.
I'm really sorry that this happened. Honestly, next time I would have screened it to make sure that you didn't see this. Are you okay?
If
now?
you don't call me for this show next time.
I'm sorry. Are you having a meltdown right now?
I'm not having. I'm breaking down.
All right, so while I tender to him, let's watch the top 5 trending celebrity tweet fights. We'll be right back.
At number 5 on the top 5 celebrity tweet fights, AY versus Tonto DK. Earlier this year, a conflict erupted between Nigerian ace comedian AY and the queen of controversy Tonto. Trouble started when AY reposted a link to a story on his blog about Tonto DK's attire to the just concluded Calabar Christmas Carnival. Apparently angered by the story, the actress took to Twitter to drop some nasty comments. Coming in at number 4, Kosi versus Ebube Nwagbo. When controversial singer and actress Kosi Ojako posted some sexy pictures of her on a Nigerian jersey during the 2014 World Cup, some of her colleagues had just one or two things to say about it, one of which is Nollywood diva Ebube Nwagbo. She took to Twitter to drop some comments, and although she never called names, rumors had it that those words were posted for Kosi. That obviously didn't go down well with Kosi, as she immediately took to her own account to drop some nasty comments about Ebube. Coming in at number 3, Tiwa Savage and T-Bills versus etc. So here's what etc. had to say about Tiwa and T-Bills' union. Some days ago, I was at a friend's house and was asked by his sister if I was traveling abroad for the wedding of a colleague that is still being talked about on blogs and all social networking sites in Nigeria. And I said no, I wasn't. But what struck me as odd was when one of them asked me, is she getting married to a brand new husband or to a second-hand husband? Adding that it is a normal thing in Nigeria, when you can't afford to buy a brand new car, you go for a second-hand one. I couldn't help but laugh at that one, he said. Because in the true sense of it, a second-hand is a second-hand, whether car or husband. The article apparently didn't go down well with Tiwa and her husband, as they took turns to blast the singer for daring to make such uncomplimentary comments about them. Coming in at number 2, Olamide and Wizkid versus Linda Ikeji. When famous blogger Linda Ikeji blogged earlier this year a story of Olamide expecting a baby with the girlfriend, she obviously got to see the bad side of the YBNL act. Bado teamed up with Wizzy to drop some nasty comments about Linda, which I'm sure she never predicted. And at the number 1 spot on the top 5 celebrity tweet fights, Davido versus Wizkid. This is one drama we've all been watching unfold. Omo Babalowo and Wizkid have been going back and forth, throwing jabs at each other for a very long time now. And what is most surprising about this clash is that no one seems to know the true reason for their clash.
There's nothing as terrible as celebrities fighting on Twitter. No, stop the tweet fights, please. Thank you guys for watching. Massive shout out to ELENU. Thank you for coming by. I do apologize for your experience. I promise we're not that bad, okay? You can join this conversation anytime. Go to www.twitter.com/HipTv. You can also check us out on Instagram. We are at Trending on HipTv. My name is Toke Makinwa, and until I come your way again, keep it locked into this channel. See you on the next Trending. Goodbye.
I'm alive.